Are you awake already? Why aren't you asleep?
Are you going to speak to Benny today?
I'll see.
Oh, Alf, you promised last
look,
night.
Haven't I got enough worries? The stall, the weather. Besides, I don't feel too grand today.
Oh, I see.
Do you know how much a head they charge for dinners at Benny's place?
Oh, go to work, Alf. What's the use of talking to you?
Oh, look, I've told you. We'll have an outing, I'll fix something, but, well, things are hard at the moment and I've got a lot of things on my mind, Faye. Faye. All right. That's how you want it.
You look well, Alf. This weather must do you good.
I feel lousy. These aren't English, are they?
English? They ain't pulled a spell in this country for weeks. The ground's as hard as a rock. They're Moroccan.
How much that make 'em?
9pence to you. I've made more.
That's 2pence up on yesterday.
Do as a turn, Alf. They don't walk here. And take my tip. Load up today. They'll be up again tomorrow.
Ah, so will I up Carey Street. All right, send me out 5 tacks.
You don't change, do you, Alf? Now, you know I wouldn't take you on.
You're not doing me any favours either. I'll have to give these away.
Give? You give anything away? When crew win the cup.
Well, what profit can I make on 9p?
Well, buy something else to put on the stall.
Nothing to buy. Anyway, these aren't for the stall.
Oh, so you got a new line, eh?
My line's making a living. The way things are now, I might just as well stay home in bed. Where I ought to be anyway, the way I feel.
Oh, well, there's not much wrong with you that 10 grand won't put right. I'll get them settled down.
See, they're not late.
Okay, I'll see ya.
You might know you tell some about Billy. Chaps who's buy that gear a bit choosy.
Yeah, watch it. I might be one of them myself.
What, a 37 and 6 a bundle?
Well, it's cheap compared to what they're asking for sprouts and cabbages, free of ice.
Yeah, but who's going to buy French asparagus off the barrow in the market?
Oh, the same people who buy Californian strawberries, 12 and 6 a punny. Geronti melons, 30 bob a pound. Say nothing of muscat grapes, 25 bob.
Yeah, there were not going to be many of them round Honey Lane today.
Look, you want to bet me how many people will ask me for asparagus today?
Put it down, Billy. The only time you buy it's when it's on the floor.
I follow that, how you doing?
Murder, isn't it?
Yeah, they've been trying to take a bit of credit off this mob here.
I can't remember a winter like it. Talk about the Kipper.
Still, nice to see somebody who's still making money. How's the orders trade, Alf?
Morning, Billy.
Hey, what's the matter, Alf? We ain't going to touch you.
He's friendly.
Take no notice. He's just got a needle to me.
Well, what you done to him?
Well, you kidding? I ain't done nothing. That's what needles him. He can't stand it because I'm being friendly to him.
Well, why shouldn't you be?
Well, before Christmas, I had 1 or 2 restaurant orders. Matter of fact, I was going to pack them in anyway because it wasn't going to be no good. Anyway, one of them goes to Alf because he steps in and carves up the prices.
Well, you should take the amp to him then.
This life ain't worth an argument, Paul. If Alf wants to knock himself bandy for a few bob from geezers like Seymour Darcy, good help. I'd sooner do me poke me own way.
Darcy? Do you mean Darcy's restaurant?
Yeah, what?
Well, Danny's up there earning an extra bob or 2 doing some cleaning for him. Is that one of Alf's orders?
Yeah. Oh, the best.
Well, the order's all in, Mr. Darcy. You wanted to see me?
Get yourself a glass, have a drink, Alf. I'll be right with you.
No, thanks. I'll wait. A drink gives me acid.
You don't drink. I've never seen you smoke. What do you spend all your money on? I expect you're careful with it, like we all have to be these days. That's why I'm here so early. I have to check every little item.
Oh, I know how it is. You can't trust anyone.
Take this, for example. How would you deal with a bill like that?
What's wrong with that?
And I was hoping you'd tell me.
I don't think that's funny.
Nor do I. As one of your biggest customers, I'd have expected more consideration.
All right, just show me where I've overcharged you.
Potatoes.
Oh, it's the time of year. Do you know how much I have to pay for potatoes? There hasn't been a potato dug out of the ground for months.
That's not my problem.
Well, what do you want me to do? Give them to you for nothing? I tell you, you're lucky to get stock at all.
Spare me the patter, Alf. We're both businessmen, and in business terms, the position is perfectly clear. Times are hard, so we both have to take a smaller share of the cake.
What does that mean?
I'm not paying prices like those.
You're not, eh?
Do I have to repeat it?
I heard you. You're refusing to pay this account.
That's not what I said. I said I am not paying those prices. Now, the rest is up to you, Alf. I really am very busy.
Now, listen to me, Mr. Darcy. I've looked after you well. If you think you...
Now, just take it away and think about it. Will you do that?
But there's nothing to think about. There's nothing wrong with the bill.
I'd like to do business with you, Alf. Now, be a good chap. I've got a lot to do.
Quite an order, isn't it, Alf? Must be worth a bit to you, eh? You'd have made your cup of tea. Just making myself a cuppa, Mr. Darcy. It's at work. I want one.
No, but you have one, Danny.
Yeah, all right. I'm sorry I made a bit of a mess there. I'm nearly through, though. I was just finishing up the floor.
You're a quick worker, Danny.
Oh, well, I've got to be, haven't I? God, it's all a bit extra, this, isn't it? I mean, I've got to go along and give my mum a hand with the store when I've finished here. Still, it all helps, though, doesn't it, this time of year?
How would you like to put up your earnings here?
How do you mean?
I might be able to use you next door.
Do you mean waiting?
Commie waiting, helping out at table.
But I've never done waiting before, Mr.
Oh,
Darcy.
you'd pick it up quickly. Just watch the others. You get a share of the tips, of course.
Tips and all?
So perhaps you'll have a word with your mum about it, eh?
Oh, there'll be no need for that, Mr. Darcy. She'll be only too
Even
glad.
so,
I
I think we ought to discuss it with Polly first. Don't you?
Harry? Hey, too late. Hey, Dave.
Here, Dave. Think you're out, going for a cup of tea.
Lovely oranges. Here we stand, the only non-profit organisation in the market. We didn't make it that way, it just happened. Lovely oranges.
Yes, my dear.
Are you any artichokes?
Artichokes. Well, it's funny you should mention that. We got them on order. You ain't coming down this way next August, are you? Artichokes this time of year, would you
Have you,
credit
lady?
it, eh?
Apples, tangerines, grapefruit, all good quality.
Here, just a minute, love. Look, what do you want artichokes for?
Why do you have some?
No, just answer my question. Are you looking for something special?
In a way, yes, but
Now, look,
I
you
don't
won't
want
find artichokes anywhere in London. Now, look. Why not try ratatouille? Now, this is what the restaurants charge a bomb for, but you can make it yourself at home. Now, all you need is aubergines, peppers, onions. Look, I've got some lovely red peppers.
Gwen!
How many are you making?
Darling.
Geoffrey, how funny. I was just talking to Vernon about
I'm just going round to see him now.
Oh, he's terribly upset about that slob giant changing his mind at the last minute. But I'm sure something will work out.
Well, it had better. Look, the part's already announced in the papers.
Come and buy me a drink. That'll make you feel better.
Oh, okay.
Then you can go and tell Vernon what you think. He's your agent. He must put up a fight for you.
You know what agents are like.
Yeah, that's right, mate. You put up a fight. Don't let him stuck here.
Stone cold. Here, Polly, give your eyes a chance on a shot, will you?
Okay, Vic.
I need something stronger than tea to warm me up.
What do you want to see me for?
I don't know, Mum, but some of them waiters take a tenner home a week in Dropsy alone.
You haven't got the job yet. Here, you look after the stall and keep an eye on Billy's and all,
Yeah,
eh?
be quick, Mum, in case he changes his mind, eh?
All right. I'll be back now.
Scotch, Wally. Yeah, see, industrials are down again. Textiles taking a knock and all. $500,000 worked over yesterday. Yeah, badly off as you are, there's always somebody worse off than you are. Cheers. Well, well, well. And what terrible load of stuck's fallen on your head? Come on, Alf, you going to buy me a drink? Well, you can afford it now you've got the orders tray sewn up. What's the matter? Darcy pulled a stroke. I see. Now, why do you suddenly take the drink? What you got in there, by the way? Blood?
Tomato juice, now leave me be.
Well, I warned you, didn't I? I told you he was snide. What's he trying to work on?
It's nothing to do with Darcy.
Oh, I see. What is it then, your ulcers? Well, you just got your income tax demand.
Oh, look, just leave me be, will you?
No, you take a tip from me, Alf. If money could buy good health, no rich people would die.
Will you go away and leave me in peace?
Blimey, you're on the right to it, eh, aren't you? He must have had a right go at you. I know, I've had some.
Oh, I've told you, Darcy, don't come into this.
What is it then? Trouble indoors?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, you got the angry silence on, have you? No, there, I can help. Because there is one thing I'm an expert on, it's marital relations. Oh, come on.
Well, you see, Billy, next week's my silver wedding. Faye and me's been together 25 years next Wednesday.
Well, can't do nothing about that. She should have known better.
Well, I promised her some sort of outing. Well, you know how women are.
Well, what's the problem?
Well, no problem, but it's, well, these things are expensive.
Well, it depends. I mean, there's plenty of places around here do a good meal for 2 or 3 quid a knob.
Hey?
Well, how much did you have in mind?
Well, I thought perhaps 10 bob. I could go to 15.
15 bob head for an hour? God, what are you going to give her, a tripe supper? You are inch-stuck, aren't you? Dead stuck.
Well, Mum, what did he say?
I'll tell you later. Has Alf Gershon been out?
He ain't shown all day. Well, have I got that job then, eh? Have I got the job?
There's plenty of other work about. We'll talk about it later.
What's you, Billy boy?
Oh, checking in already? Blimey, they say street traders have it hard.
Yeah, well, you'd know all about that, wouldn't you, Billy?
Oh, Billy? You any idea where Alf's got to? He must have done his orders by now.
More likely done him, by the way, he's knocking back tomato juice in there, like the Dead Sea from Pagliacci.
I'm not surprised. Darcy's thinking of giving him the sack.
Go on.
He's just cracked it to me yourself.
Hang on, Paul. Just like old slippery sides, both ends against the middle.
Yes. But with my Danny as the come-on.
Eh?
If I carve up the game against Alf, he's promised the boy a better deal learning the waiting game. If I don't, Danny's back on the stall. The way the game is now, we can hardly get by as it is.
So you're tempted, eh?
I'm going to have a word with Alf. Does that sound like I'm tempted?
Well, Alf won't thank you for it.
I wouldn't thank myself if I didn't.
Oh, look, wake up, Polly, love. Darcy uses Danny to put the squeeze on you, so you put the squeeze on Alf, so Alf puts the squeeze on his prices. Somebody's got to crack somewhere, and Darcy's a winner. 20 to plenty.
Are the Darcys of this world ever the losers?
Polly, my sweetheart, there's always a first time.
Oh, Billy.
Billy? How long's he going to be?
Who, Harry? Ah, not long. Strictly a one pipe man, Harry.
Oh, well, look, tell him I'll leave it till tomorrow, will you?
No, hang on, what do you want, Daps? Well, I can serve you. We all help each other out here. How many?
Oh, just a bunch.
Oh, blimey, I thought we were the only ones in Stoke. Don't tell me the thespians are feeling a financial cramp and all.
I wouldn't tell you anything, Billy.
Well, you don't have to, eh? Now, up for a tenner. Credit terms by arrangement.
There you are.
Ah, dear boy. It seems a shame, doesn't it? One miserable bunch. Yeah, you need cheering up, not depressing.
Come on, Billy.
Ah, come on, have these to go with them.
Stop messing me around, will you? It's too radical.
Straight up, put these down to Billy Bush.
You mean Harry Jolson?
Oh, straight up, I don't pull strokes like that. Honest? Hey, oh, look. He owes me a favour.
Well, thank you very much. And what do I have to do for you?
Well, only a small favour, dear boy.
Yes, I'm sure.
Look, you ain't got no command performance you're going to miss, have you? Here, can your stomach stand tea?
Coffee.
Coffee, schmoffy, come on, I'll treat you. Here, we better leave these here. Then you can tell me what services that bird you was with just now renders to the English stage.
Madame.
Suburbanites. They spend so much time worrying about whether they can afford to pay the bill or not, they go off their appetites, they don't eat nothing.
Don't knock the affluent society, Oscar. What's really upset you is the size of the tip. Anyway, suburbanites always intend to pay their bills, which is more than can be said of bums like Mr. Geoffrey French.
Same grotty food, I see.
Last time you were here, I seem to remember you were too stern to give it a chance.
I have a little problem, Seymour, that I need your help with.
Well, you've come at a bad time. This is not the season for credit, as you can see.
It's your nasty little mind at work again, isn't it? Aren't you going to offer me a drink? Scotch will do. If I were to ask you to serve up the most exotic, most wildly expensive dish in London, what would you say?
A prayer for the English theatre, if you blackmail some poor producer into giving you work.
I'm absolutely serious.
So am I. I saw your last. Cheers.
Cheers.
That'll be 5 shillings.
One dry sherry, please.
Let us say French Provençal asparagus. Or Californian strawberries flown in overnight by the polar route.
Is this a rehearsal for some pantomime sketch?
No, it's the real thing, Seymour. Of course, you'll have to do considerably better than this. No, I'm thinking of giving rather a special little party. Well, it's a celebration, really. Anyway, the idea is to provide a menu that'll make us all forget that this is London in midwinter with the next power cut due any minute. So I thought we'd start with something really wild, like Charente melon.
What a good idea.
Oh, I'm glad you agree with me.
Then the asparagus, followed by the fish, Scotch salmon, new potatoes.
Oh, yes, I hadn't thought about new potatoes. I suppose they grow them somewhere in the world.
Tanganyika, also flown in.
Excellent. Now, the main course. I'll let you decide about the meat, but I absolutely insist on fresh garden peas to go with it. And then we'll finish up with the strawberries, served in Chianti, of course.
And when is all this for, sir?
Next Wednesday, 8 o'clock. I've asked about 20 people, more or less. I think we ought to have rather a special table, don't you? Yes, through there'll do fine. And what about some flowers to match the food, as it were? Let's see now. Lilies of the valley for a touch of spring.
Too obvious.
Oh.
Why not peonies from the Lebanon, vivid reds and oranges? They fly well.
Marvellous. Yes, you're getting the idea, Seymour. We'll have them. A touch of the Orient, eh?
Well,
Excuse me.
it adds a little colour to our lives. There's far too little eccentricity in the world these days.
Exactly. Well, that's all settled then, isn't it?
Certainly.
I suppose I'd better give you a deposit. It's the usual thing, isn't it?
Yes, but I don't suppose you happen to have your checkbook on you. Have another drink.
No. Thank you very much, Seymour. I really think I must dash now. Well, I'll leave everything to you.
Certainly.
But do remember, I want everything of the best, as they say.
Ça va, son Dieu, monsieur?
Good. Oh, well, you can put that on the bill as well, can't you? Good night.
Good night, monsieur.
Good night.
He doesn't mean it, does he?
Every word. That's the tragedy. By tomorrow, it'll all be forgotten.
In the meantime, he's helped himself to a free drink and a couple of pounds of nuts. It can't be bad, can it? Hey, Governor, look at this.
Leading part for Geoffrey French. Welcome and long overdue return of promising young actor to West End stage.
When my soul's roasting in the flames of hell, I'll tell them it was all your fault.
Don't worry, dear boy, we're down here with you. Can't be worse than up here. Well, did he bite?
Swallowed whole.
Good lad. There you are. The wages of sin. You've earned them.
Thank you very much. You know, I quite enjoyed the whole thing. I think I'll send him a letter tonight confirming it all. Oh, and thank you very much for the drink.
Well, I never stood you no drink. What drink?
You'll find out. See you.
Yeah, I'll see you.
Boycott. That is my advice. Total boycott of friend Darcy's establishment by every trader in the street.
So us four don't serve him. What's to stop somebody else further along jumping in?
When Paul's story gets round, they won't be so eager.
Are you convinced now that I'm not trying to pinch your business?
What's the difference? This way I lose it just the same. And what's more, if you make trouble for him, what's going to happen to the money he owes me already?
Well, he's queried it, hasn't he? How long can he drag that on for? You're going to be in your grave by the time you touch a penny of that money.
Maybe I'll be better off.
You can't find him on your own, Alf. That is what the association is for.
I don't know. I want to think about it.
Oh, dear. I mean, it's a case of the lamb to the slaughter.
You are a fool, Alf. What are you worrying about? So you lose a customer. It isn't the end of the world. It isn't as if it's doing you any good. Isn't it worth it? Just to show up a crook like Darcy?
It's easy to talk when you've got nothing to lose.
The weather forecast. There is still no sign of an end to the cold spell. A deep depression over southern Ireland.
Alf? Is that you already?
Faye, the old gentleman in?
No, he won't be long. Come on in.
Oh, you going out?
No, trying to keep warm.
What's the matter? Run out of coke?
My husband, that's what's the matter.
Oh, you can blame Al for a lot of things, but not for a fuel crisis.
Well, this fuel crisis he orders every year. I tell him to get it in the summer, but he's so mean he won't buy them more than 5 sacks at a time. So now, of course, we can't get it.
Poor old Alf never does the right thing, eh? Still, don't be too hard on him. He's having a rough time just now.
Why, what's happening?
Well, you should know. It's time of year. Same for all of us. Yeah, it's a Kipper days with a vengeance this year.
It wasn't Kipper days last summer, was it?
Yeah, but who thought we'd have a winter like this? I'll tell you what, though, Faye. Me and Sarah got some coke to spare. I'll bring you up a sack later on.
I couldn't do that. Alf wouldn't like it.
Well, I don't care whether he likes it or not. You can't freeze here. Besides, with his health the way it is, he needs a warm home to come back to.
Nothing wrong with his health, Billy, believe me. I've known him for 25 years. Here, let me make you a cup of tea.
Well, I can't stay long. Yeah, you are fed up with him, aren't you?
Can you blame me? I like to see a man enjoy his life, get some pleasure out of it. What's Alf ever done but moan, complain, grumble?
Yeah, well, never mind. I expect you'll feel different about it next Wednesday night.
Well, what's happening then?
Well, you mean to say Oh, blimey, no, I done it.
Done what?
Oh, it's a secret, isn't it? He ain't said a word to you about it? Oh, now I can't let it out the bag.
What are you talking about?
Look, my lips are sealed, Faye. Oh, dear.
Well, of course it's not a secret. You mean Alf's been talking to you about the do for our silver wedding?
Look, don't ask me, Faye. Alf wants it to be a surprise, and that's the way it's got to be.
Did you go round with him to Benny's place?
Benny? God, do me a favour. You're having a do, not a plate of salt beef and chips. Oh, royalty won't nosh better than you next week. Oh, I can't say another word. Dear.
All right then, Billy, have it your own way if you want to play those silly little games.
Look, if you promise to keep it to yourself, I'll tell you one little part of it.
Go on.
He's ordered strawberries for the sweet.
Strawberries? What? At this time of the year?
Yep.
Oh, that must have cost a fortune.
Specially flown in for the occasion.
God.
So, don't go on him because you're short with a bit of coal. Thinks the world of you, your Alf, believe me. Hey, Alf, hey, boy.
What's he doing here? What's he been saying to you?
Nothing. I was just waiting for you, that's all.
Billy offered to get us some coke. That's nice of him, isn't it,
We
Alf?
don't want no coke. Here, is that what you come
Come
for?
on, relax, Alf. Don't get excited. It's bad for your pressure.
I'm not getting excited.
Look, I just come to tell you that everything's taken care of.
What do you mean, everything's taken care
Your
of?
little problem. What was chatting about lunchtime?
What problem?
Oh, cool. Look, we'll talk about it tomorrow. You just rely on me. I'll see you then, Alf. I'll see you, Faye. And I'll bring up that coal later, eh?
No, Billy, we don't want to... What did he want?
Come and sit by the fire, Alf. I'll give you a nice cup of tea. Come on, you must be frozen. Put your feet up.
Here. What's he been saying to you?
Tell you what. I just pop across the street to Mrs. Rota's, and then I'll come straight back and give you your supper.
Mrs. Rota, the dressmaker, what are you going to her for?
And ask so many questions. What do you want for your supper?
No, I don't want nothing. Now, listen. Has he been talking to you about what happened today at Darcy's restaurant?
Darcy's? No, he didn't mention any place by name to me.
No, but he told you something.
Oh, Alf, why make such a mystery of it? I've got to know sooner or later, haven't I? Now I must go. I have nothing to wear.
No. Is your boss in, Danny? Tell him I want a word with him.
What'd you call me?
What's happened to Danny?
Danny? Oh, Alf, I'm glad I found you. I've got a little order I'd like you to handle.
I'm not handling any more orders for you.
I think you will when you look
Not
at it.
until you settle what you owe me.
All right, Alf. If that's the way you want it, I'll have to go to somebody else.
You won't find anyone in Honey Lane to take it on.
We'll see.
You think people down there don't talk. Everyone knows what you tried to work yesterday.
Work? I merely questioned your prices.
Yeah,
I
now
hope
you've given poor Danny the sack because his mother wouldn't do what you wanted.
I never sacked him. She took him away. I was only trying to help the poor
Now,
boy.
look here. Will you pay me what you owe me now, or do I have to put a solicitor onto you?
You can do what you like. But let me remind you, there's nothing in our agreement that lays down any definite date for me to settle your account. If you fight me on it, you'll find it more expensive for you than for me.
Well, there's hope for the human race yet.
What do you mean to say? You believe it?
Listen, if Faye tells you your old man's pushing a boat out for their silver wedding, now why shouldn't I believe it?
Well, it's all against nature.
What do you know about nature, Paul?
I know Alf Gershon.
Yeah, Billy!
Oh,
there he is. Talking to the devil.
Listen, come here, Alf. I've just been talking to Faye. She's been telling me what you've been laying on for next Wednesday.
Oh, has she?
Yeah, it sounds lovely, I must say. How many are you?
Now, look, Polly, I'm not
Don't ask
asking
you to give away all the secrets, love. Look, run along, Paul. Alf, me got some business to talk over.
Business? You and him?
Well, run along. Alf's a busy man. He's got a lot on his mind.
He must have.
Now then, what have you been fixing up with Darcy behind my back?
Well, I took you at your word, didn't I? 15 bob head, you said, right?
Oh, I'm right. You gave him that order. Do you think I'm an 100% idiot?
Idiot? Call everyone round here think you're a ruddy genius. Look, you got a chance to eat like a lord, and me ought to set you back a fiver anywhere else, and you got it for 15 bob.
Yes. You've done this to get your own back.
Is that what you think?
Yeah, you think I pinched your business before Christmas, and now you're taking it out on me. I know you, Billy.
Oh, look, Alf, I ain't got no grudge against you. You never took nothing from me. I was only too glad to see the back off. Still, if it's on your conscience, a couple of extra places won't make no odds. Listen, you invite Sarah and me along to the party, we'll say no more about it.
There's not going to be any party!
Don't talk balmy. Of course there is. Faye's just been telling Polly about it. It's all over the market. Blimey, wouldn't I look a schmuck if you called it off now?
If I weren't so ruddy drafty, Alf, I'd take my head off to you.
I've just been saying the same thing to him myself. Now, would you have thought he had it in him? Oh, excuse me, I've just seen an old friend.
Well, I've got to hand it to you, Alf. It's a wrinkle I never thought of.
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, dead simple and all. Darcy owes you a peck of the dough, so you make him pay it back in high-class nosh. Oh, what an answer to the Kipper days, eh? Costs you nothing, and all your friends have a night out.
Friends?
Well, some of us will have to be there to give you moral backing. Darcy isn't going to like you when he tumbles.
Tumbles?
But if we're there in strength, he won't be able to try anything on. We'll have a costermonger's ball.
Yeah, with me paying.
But you're not paying, Alf. Darcy is. Anyhow, the bigger the order, the more you can charge him for the gear you buy. You might even make a profit. You are handling this order yourself.
What do you mean?
What I say. You getting the gear for this stuff yourself. That's the beauty of the old plan.
Because I can't promise the column's going to print any of us. Since I'm here, I might as well stay.
Look, help yourself to a drink, do.
Aren't you ready yet? How long does it take you to put on a collar and tie? Alf? What are you doing? Get a move on, it's nearly 8 o'clock.
I'm not going.
Oh, don't talk rubbish.
No, I don't feel too grand.
You look fine to me now, hurry.
No, I've got a nasty taste in my mouth, Faye. And a pain, just here.
Well, that's nothing new. Come on, get your coat on. We can't keep people waiting.
I tell you, I'm not well. I ought to be in bed.
Get up and put this on. Alf, when are you going to learn to count your blessings? We've been married for 25 years. 25 years tonight. We're going to have a bit of a party. We're going out to enjoy ourselves. It's not often we do that. Now, you're not going to ruin it, are you? Oh, come
No,
on.
I'll do it.
Well, come on.
Sorry, old man, can't wait any longer. He murders a waiter or something. You read
Look,
off.
let me get you another drink, do.
No, Seymour, I only want the publicity of it.
Have you met Sarah, my wife?
Madame.
You remember Oscar, love? His dad used to run a Jilly Deal stall up West Street Market.
No, look, Billy, once you go across the road, you'll get
Yeah,
very
look,
nice meal.
put these in a safe place. I don't want you to show you'll get here tonight taking a fancy to them.
This is very nice, Billy.
Yeah, not bad, eh?
Yeah.
See them? Lebanese peonies. Yeah, I'll stick one behind your ear.
Billy, do you mind the governor's flower
Come on,
arrangements?
love. Let's have a drink.
Did you hear what Oscar said, Billy? We're close.
What are you going to have, love? Scotch?
Well, seeing it's a celebration, I think I'll have a cocktail.
Good idea. Here, Seymour, you got any of that vodka, Andy? We'll have a couple of Bloody Marys. Now then, good evening.
Evening.
What, you a friend of Jeffrey's, then?
No, I'm on the Globe. You know,
yeah.
London by night.
You were just leaving, weren't you?
Well, why? The fun hasn't started yet. Here, listen, you want to stick around, mate, if you want a really good story.
You're a friend of Geoffrey French's?
Well, yeah, in a way. He buys off my stall in the market now and again.
Oh, you're a barrow boy.
Hey, watch it. I'm a stall holder. You a reporter, you don't know the difference.
Billy supplies us with a lot of our vegetables, or used to. Good night, Billy. Good night, Mrs. Bush.
Come along, Billy.
Look, I don't think you understand, Seymour Olaf. I'm supposed to be a jest here tonight. So if you don't mind getting that cracky with that old bottle, we'll have a knock in, eh?
Billy, I have a sense of humour too, but don't try me too far.
Harry, I'll follow you, go on the roll here, then.
Quite all right, mate.
You were saying, Seymour?
I'll have you blacked all over London.
No, you won't. Listen, you'll tell your flunkies to get cracking and start serving. Most of this mob haven't a decent bit of grub in them since Christmas. Come on in, everybody. Now, listen. As I believe my friend Geoffrey What's-His-Name told you when he ordered this do for me on our behalf, the one thing we understand in Honey Lane is good food, so we're relying on you, mate.
Yeah, did you say Honey Lane?
That's right, mate. It's a celebration. Go on. What's going on? Help! Make way for the happy couple. That's right, now turn around, face the birdie. There you are, all. The happy couple.
I mean, it's a very quiet place. I mean,
Joking,
the wife, or anybody else who happens to be around.
Really, I couldn't eat anything more. Honestly, I couldn't. This must have cost you around.
Don't you worry about that. You eat them up. I don't like to see good food go to waste.
With the old Roman Catholic. I can't mention it here, but Hey, come on, Alf, have some strawberries. They're special, I ought to know.
I don't fancy any.
What we got here, then?
You promised me 15 bob a head. I know what this gear costs.
You don't half take some beating, don't you? Come on, it's your anniversary. Enjoy yourself. Here. Come on, it's the Kipper season, not your Kipper. Here. Now, come on, you need feeding up. Go on, mate. You do yourself a favour. That's it. Go on, tuck it in and enjoy yourself. Here, don't you pay no attention to that. I'll do the worrying about this. Here, garçon, stick this under the grill, will you? It's underdone. Now, you get on with it. Let's see you enjoy it. Got some sugar? Pass some sugar up, Faye, will you?
It's a very acquired taste,
that oh so sweet a smile for me. Were it not mine, how dark the world would be. I know no light above that could replace love's sweetest sunshine in your dear, dear face. Give me your smile, birds of light in your eyes. A pair of paradise. Give me your sight to love you all the while. You laughing, Billy? My world forever, the sunshine all
On Monday, I take out Mouldy. On Tuesday, it's sweet-scented Sue. On Wednesday, it's Dirty Gertie. On Thursday, it's Mandy Lou. On Friday, I take out Katie. On Saturday, it's my girl Liz. And on Sunday, because it's a day of rest, I take out the wife and kids all together. And on Sunday, because it's a day of rest, I take out the wife and kids.
Very good, Billy.
That's all right.
If anybody was to ask me, I'll tell you what I think.
Ah, Billy.
Now then, talk yourself out of that. I'm not paying it. I'll tell you that for a start.
Well, let's have a look at it first. 55 quid. Well, you've been very reasonable, Seymour.
Reasonable? You promised me...
Calm down, Alf. Billy has no intention of making you pay for it all.
That's quite right. Yeah, well, first of all, we got to knock off what's owing to Alf from his account here. You got a copy of that, Alf?
No need for that, I can tell you. £30, eh, Alf?
That's right, £30, yes.
Yeah, well, that brings it down to a pony, doesn't it?
Well, that's 25 quid, but that's
Wait, we haven't finished yet. Well, because then, of course, there's the, another tenner to come off.
10?
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'll give Geoffrey to, put down for the deposit. So that means all you've got to fork out is a lousy 15 quid. Now, there's 20 people here. That makes it 15 bob a head, whichever way you look at it, right?
Yeah, I'm quite happy now, Billy. OK, there we are then. 5, 10, 15.
So, now that goes to cover my costs. I could have charged a bomb for this lot, but I'm not like that. Now, let's say it cost me 15 quid. Mind you, I'm not talking about the meat and fish. That's only the flowers and veg. Right, so I'm charging you 20 quid. That's 33% profit. And that's as a personal favour to Alf, who's a friend of mine. So that makes it you owe me a fiver.
And that you can whistle for.
Oh, I don't intend to. You can put that down to the tip. And that way everybody's happy, including Oscar.
Coats for Mr. and Mrs. Bush, please, Oscar.
Yes, of course.
Is that all right then, Seymour?
Yes.
Good on you, mate. So long, Alf.
So long, Billy.
Come on, Sarah, love. I don't know about you lot, but I've got to get up early in the morning.
Well, it was a very, very nice meal, Mrs. Darcy. Well, we'll have to be going now. Come along, Faye, darling. I'll go.
Oh, Al.
Yes?
I'm afraid there's been a slight mistake. I don't think Billy's a liar. I merely think he was hoodwinked as much as I was.
But I'm not complaining. I've wiped out a debt in kind rather than cash, and as you know, Alf, cash is the one item that's rare at this time of the year. That £10 deposit was never paid, and that, I'm afraid, you will have to make good.
You mean you might have to do like this without a deposit? That crook tricked me! Let him pay!
Billy has left. It's your party, Alf.
Oh, go on, Alf. Pay him was £10. It was a lovely party.
No, he tricked me, I tell you. Oh, I'm not paid enough already. Oh, it's very funny. Everybody has a good time. I get made a fool of.
Shut up, Alf. Pay him what you owe him. Don't let's ruin the party.
Oh, pay. All right, I'll pay. Here you are. I hope you've all enjoyed yourselves, my good friends.
Look,
Anne. Oh, shut up.
All right, Sam, leave him.
Come on then. Joey? He'll be all right.
Come on, Alf. Let's go. You better take this with you.
What's that?
Well, open it, you big fool. Sam gave it to me earlier on, so how do you think I feel?
It's a present. For us. They all put something in. Every one of them.
This place makes me sick and you make me sick.
Faye? It was a lovely party. Is it really 25 years ago tonight since we got married? It's all gone by so quickly. All those years. What have we done with our lives?
You wonder too?
Darcy's Restaurant, good evening. Oh, hold the line, please, sir.
It's the reporter.
Yes. Yes, that's more or less right. It's a kind of tradition around here, you know. People who supply the best food and the restaurant where they know it'll get the best cooking. That's one of the things about this part of the world. It's sort of a village. We do business together, but rarely we're the best of friends. Not at all. Thank you.